So I figured cover some good news. This is Tom Hanks' recovery from the coronavirus. As you guys know, he got the virus about 2 weeks ago, something like that, in Australia. He quarantined himself, and now apparently he's fully recovered. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson returned to the U.S. after recovering from coronavirus. 2 weeks after our first symptoms, we feel better, Hanks tweeted. News of their return to Los Angeles comes nearly 2 weeks after they were both released from the hospital in Australia. Hanks said they initially felt a bit tired, like we had colds and some body aches. He also said his wife had other symptoms such as some chills that came and went, as well as slight fevers. Yes, that's a typo. After they. But I keep the articles exactly as they are because, I don't know, that's how I do it. And here's the thing. It's really frustrating that, these symptoms are kind of common. I think over the last month, a few weeks or whatever, I've had chills, slight fevers, coughs, stuff like that. It's like pretty much any little thing you have could be this coronavirus. And you could carry it for 2 weeks and not know about it. So that's really tricky. A lot of other things you kind of know you have it. But this, not quite. On Sunday, Hanks tweeted, 2 weeks after our first symptoms, we feel better. I think I read that already. Let's keep going. The couple had been posting updates about their recovery on social media in an effort to reach fans who may be feeling anxious in the midst of the pandemic. It's going to take a while, but if we take care of each other, help where we can, and give up some comforts, this too shall pass. We can figure this out, Hanks tweeted. That's a pretty good thing to say. Seems like he's a pretty good guy to me. Obviously don't know him so well, but this is a pretty positive thing to say, to tweet. And he did the right thing by quarantining himself. If you guys can contradict me, maybe it was wrong, I don't know. Sometimes I say things in videos and then I'm like, yeah, that's right. And someone leaves a comment, I'm like, oh, I guess I got that wrong. So go ahead. But to me, it seems like Tom Hanks is a pretty good guy for doing this. They were both photographed driving around Los Angeles where they live on Friday, E! News reported. The couple was in Australia where Hanks was filming an Elvis Presley biopic directed by Baz Luhrmann when they tested positive for the virus. Hanks and Wilson took to social media on March 11th to announce the diagnosis. Production of Luhrmann's film was officially postponed a few days later. Don't tell me you guys know how to pronounce that name, because that's a tough one. Luhrmann. I'm sure that's man. Put it together, and I ain't got a clue. So here's the actual tweet from Twitter. Hey folks, and by the way, that sounded a little cheesy, I know. 2 weeks after our first symptoms and we feel better. Sheltering in place works like this. You don't give it to anyone. You don't get it from anyone. Common sense, no? Going to take a while, but if we take care of each other, help where we can, and give up some comforts, this too shall pass. We can figure this out. Hanks. Kinda cool. He can write like, thanks, but it's Hanks. Alright, that was cheesy too, but it's true. Look at that. Kinda nice. So yeah, it's a short little story, and I figured, why not showcase some positive news out of all the negativity that's going on with this thing? Now is when I take a chance to talk about Japan, because I figured why not let you guys get an update. You guys let me know what it's like near you. Japan was thinking about going on lockdown. They thought they were. It was going to be announced, but apparently today they decided to move on as normal. So I will have work tomorrow, and things are functioning pretty smoothly here. This country is very clean. It's hard to describe to people who haven't been here, but, almost everyone wears a mask. Everyone is very conscious of personal space, convenience stores, public bathrooms, public phones. Everything's like spotless. They have people who clean the streets in the morning. Not as a job. Some people just wake up and clean the streets. They're mostly elderly people, but it happens. They split their garbage in certain sections, plastic, cans, papers, and I just can't stress how clean the country is, and that helps, because cleanliness is not what a virus likes to survive. What a virus likes is dirty environments with a lot of animals running around, dirty bathrooms, leftover foods, whatever it may be. In a clean environment that's very sanitary, it makes it hard. So maybe that's one of the reasons there are less cases in Japan. From what I heard, there's maybe maybe 1,300. I could be wrong, but when I first checked like a week ago, it was like 1,000. So I don't know how much it could have risen since like, the last 7 days. Anyway, I'm doing shout outs, special thanks. I just gotta say, this looks really cool, like those buildings back there, and he's like waving and just saying it looks nice. Alright, that's it for this one. I'm doing shout outs, special thanks, things like that. If you're not subscribed here, smash that subscribe button. I'm usually doing better videos than this, but once in a while, I just gotta do something I feel like doing, and this was it. We're done. I'm rambling. See you later.